Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of Bingo Bonanza, live from the double wide of everyone's favorite beauty professional, Hummel figurine collector, and bingo caller, Miss Richfield, 1981.
I'd like to tell a story of the prettiest of girls. It's me from Minnesota, in my heels and in my curls. Although my roots were modest, I was destined for the stage. My parents knew they had a star when at an early age. I did not say the word mama, I chose a different line. At just the tender age of 2, I screamed, "Oh, 69!" Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Bingo Bonanza! I'm your hostess, Miss Richfield, 1981, and I invite you to stay right where you are and let me bring bingo to you. Oh, it's gonna be a bonanza because we've got a live studio audience and prizes and the Richfield winner spinner and fun, and it's all because bingo makes it better. It really does! Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play? Now it's your turn, join with me. Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play? Grab your balls and play, now you. Grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play. I can hear you. Grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play, hey! Hi, everyone! It's Miss Richfield, 1981. Welcome you to Bingo Bonanza. And I have my little friend here, Mr. Lewis, who is also just sitting waiting for the show to start. He's such a showbiz cat. He's always on time. And I'm so tickled to welcome you. This is Bingo 77. It is back to school bingo. And I wasn't sure what to wear for back to school bingo. So I thought, first of all, something cheerful like my little rainbows and my little smiley cloud. And then I also decided to wear this darling pantsuit that I just love because it would be good for kids because it has a turtle on it. Isn't that cute? A little turtle and a little pussy cat. And a cock. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, look at that. Pussy and turtle and cock right there. And so it would just be a good thing. You know, it just seems like something that I would wear if I was a teacher and I was with the children. But, you know, the really great news is we have teachers with us. We have people who are involved in education with us tonight, joining me here. And let's bring them all on right now. What the heck, right? And just say hi to everybody. Oh, look, a big round of applause for our beautiful guests. Oh, look at them all. Oh, they're all waving. They're all just fabulous. You know why? Because they're educators and they know what to do. They know how to handle themselves during stressful situations. Nick, let's start with you. You are just looking fantastic. I know you're coming in from New Jersey. And you have joined us before, right? Haven't we met?
Valentine's edition, I was here.
The Valentine's show.
I'm still single, Miss Richfield, but you're
still single.
Yes,
I'm shocked that you could be on Bingo Bonanza and still be single. But maybe you're single by choice. Do you like being single? There's nothing wrong with being single.
I like being picky.
You like being picky. I love that. And you are working as you're working as a dean, assistant dean of campus life. That kind of sounds like a fun job.
Well, so you just downgraded me, associate dean, Miss Richfield. Oh, even better, even more important.
I didn't know there was a difference. I didn't know there was a difference.
Yes.
Lewis is busy looking for the wiener, aren't you?
Yeah, it's about $10,000 difference.
Oh, there's a $10,000 difference.
No, I work in college. I look forward to
seeing that in my donation tonight. Yes, 10% more. So that's fantastic. I'm so glad, and I'm glad that you're in New Jersey And I'm out on the East Coast too right now. I'm still in P-Town, still here and I'll be in P-Town next Monday too. I've got one more weekend I have to do this next weekend. So thank you so much for joining us. And Cody, we're going to move her right around the circle here, is calling us from Ohio. Why, oh, why did I leave Ohio? If you know that song. And it's so great to see you. And I know that you are finishing your MA. You're still in school. And you want to teach first and second grade, which I think is so cool. I can't think of anything I would have loved more as a first and second grade kid to have you as my teacher, because I had Miss Abrams and Mrs. Feldman and a few others. I never had anyone like you. I didn't have Mr. Cody as my teacher. I would have loved that. But I'm so glad you're here tonight. And have you joined us before? You knew.
I have. This is my 4th time, I believe. The last one I did was around Christmas time.
Dear God, you've been on 4 times?
Yes.
I can't believe we're not dating yet. But maybe we will be, you know? And I mean, maybe I'll be going through Ohio on my way back to Richfield. So maybe I'll stop and wave, because you're in Columbus, right?
That's correct, yes.
And everybody says Columbus is the place to be in Ohio. They say Columbus is like the greatest town. I know, like Varla Jean Merman, my friend here in P-Town, she used to always perform in Columbus. So maybe I got to find out, do they still have great theaters there?
Oh, yeah. We have some great places that you could definitely perform. We'd love to have you here. That's for sure.
Oh, I would love to come out and visit you sometime. Well, let's make a date of that, okay? And moving down now, just one below you there is Dustin and Andy. Hi, Dustin and Andy. How are you guys? Also calling from New Jersey. We got 2 different folks from New Jersey tonight. I'm trying to keep Lewis from getting the dog too early here. He's getting the hot dog. Not yet, Lewis. So nice to see you guys. I'm so glad you could join us. And from Hackensack, and is that near the city?
That is, yeah, like 10 minutes from the GW bridge.
Oh, the GW.
Yeah, the good
oh, man, I've had a lot of great hours spent on the GW. I have
many hours.
Yeah, because when I take the bus that goes down 95, it cuts over on the GW. And we sometimes have just a lot of nice time just sitting and enjoying the view over the river. It's real nice. Not so nice underneath when you get underneath, but the buses go on top. So we're always good there. And so anyway, so great to see you guys. And I can't wait to hear about how the 2 of you met. How long have you been together?
Almost a year.
Almost 1 year. And I know this is a really important day for Dustin because it was his first day in school.
Well, yeah, first day of my new job. I've actually been teaching. I'm starting my 14th year, but I just moved down here. I'm teaching in the Bronx, so it's my first time teaching in the South Bronx in the city.
How cool is that? Did you enjoy the first day?
It was a bit hectic, but the kids were great. I got to meet a lot of new, interesting students. They had a lot of personality, and it was fun.
I can't wait to hear more about what is going on in the classrooms these days, because all the schools are doing it differently, it seems like.
Yeah.
Masks and no masks and vaccinated and so forth. And 8th graders, can they be vaccinated? Are they old enough?
Yeah, they can be vaccinated. We have several that are, but we still have some kids in our school that are not, so.
Wow. All right. So that's always challenging. Well, finally, we have to move on to our ladies. We have 2 ladies join us, Kathleen and Kieran. Hi, girls. How are you?
Hi.
All the way from Florida. And I am so excited to welcome you. It's been so great to be able to have viewers from all over the country join us. And Davenport, I don't know where that is. Where is that?
So it's by Champions Gate, Kissimmee area by Disney.
Oh, Disney.
Disney is the best way to describe it.
I love Disney. I love it, love it, love it. And Kathleen, I understand you are a big Disney fan.
Yeah, we used to go all the time before COVID hit. But yeah, I collect a lot of the ears and the pins and stuff like that. And I worked there for a couple of years as well.
Well, you have more than 20 pairs of Mickey Mouse ears.
Yeah, I have them in a bag back here for whenever you want to see them.
Really? Oh, because, sometimes things get a little slow on bingo and, we need something to, sort of fill in when Lewis isn't, in front of the camera entertaining us all. So So keep those ears handy because we might want to, a little tour of those 20 pairs of ears. And I know it's a really special day for Kieran. We're going to talk about that shortly. But first, let's go to Ralph and Sid in Long Beach, California. And Ralph, so good to see you. Ralph and I were just spending time together in P-Town. I can't believe, you're already back and you're teaching at school. Have you started? Have you guys started school yet?
We just finished our second week.
Oh, the second week?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
Today was week 3.
Oh, man. So you guys start early. Do you get out early because you start so early?
Mid-June, about.
Oh, that's not really early.
No.
Oh, my word. Oh.
No, and thank you for noticing.
You should move to the Bronx.
Oh, it snows there. It's cold.
Instead, you sound like you're from the Bronx. Where are you from originally?
Brooklyn and Staten Island.
Brooklyn and Staten Island. Oh,
yeah,
my
but
God.
now I'm here in Long Beach, California, 21 years.
Oh, and you sound like you just got off the boat. That's fantastic. Well, listen, I have to bring Chris in because we have to get going with our games, but I can't wait to talk more to all of my guests because we have such an interesting group and people who are working with the kids, and thank God we don't have any kids today. But somebody who is like my son, my own son, is Chris Caputo, who I got to meet personally for the first time last week. We had lunch together. Oh, that was so much fun. Chris came to my show, and he and his boyfriend, and then we hung out after the show, and then we hung out. We had so much fun, and I hope you liked P-Town.
I
This
did.
is kind of my home away from home. So did you enjoy it? It's because you'd never been here before, right?
I know I had been here before, but I had such a great time. But everyone was asking how our lunch was, and I was like, I may have drank too much. I don't remember. We'll have to find out from Miss Richfield.
Well, we went to Pepe's, we ate right on the water. We ate right on the water. I asked them for a table, right, because it's so beautiful there. And remember, it was a beautiful day too, a beautiful sunny day. It was just, you couldn't. Oh, I'm getting emotional. Yeah, just thinking about the lunch. It was beautiful. Actually, I have a little nasal drip. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I'm at that age where I'm wet where I should be dry and dry where I should be wet. Have you faced that yet? Have you gotten to that?
I may be at that age too. That I didn't realize that. That's quite possible.
Yeah, it's great. So anyway, now tell us about how we're going to play bingo tonight in case we have anybody, because we keep finding, because people are so good about sharing, we keep getting new friends. So we have to explain a little bit about how we go about this. So go ahead, Chris.
That's right. And we had a week off. It's great to be back. We had a week off. People may have forgot. So here we are at 77. If you have not signed on to the website, you can go to playbingobonanza.com. When you're there, you can actually watch there. You can also chat there. But most importantly, you get to play 3 games of bingo, and you get 3 cards, 9 chances to win. That's some arithmetic for you right there. And so if you win, you're actually going to win a gift certificate to the Miss Richfield store, which has all kinds of amazing stuff and some new stuff too, like the Entering Providencetown shirt and things like that. So you definitely want to check that out, see what's back in stock there, and you can win that by winning one of the games. But you do have to be lucky, and you've got to be fast, because only the first person to get bingo on each round wins. But there are other ways to win. You can also share this, whether you're watching on Facebook or playing on Play Bingo Bonanza. Just hit the share button. And at the end of the show, between game 2 and 3, we will choose a random person who shared, who will also get one of those great gift certificates. And so you'll definitely want to do that. And let's see what else, because it's been a while. But I think the other thing I need to mention is we appreciate everyone that supports this show each week. It shows us that you love us to keep doing this, and we love doing it. And you can show some support by sending along a little something. If you're playing on the website, there's little buttons at the bottom. Any amount you can give will make a difference. We appreciate it. You can also Venmo at Richfield Tips, PayPal me Richfield Tips. They help. There's a big group of us that it takes to make this possible. And most importantly, they pay for the wieners that Lewis requires to continue working.
And he's right here. Look at him. He's just waiting for the wiener, because the wieners are right under this. They're right under my computer. I keep them under the Apple IIe, and he knows right where the wieners are.
You can tell by where he's looking.
He's like so ready to go. Look at him. But we're ready to play. And you know, we always start out, Chris, with bingo in any direction. And I know last time, now it's been 2 weeks, and so you might not have remembered that 2 weeks ago, we had a terrible storm. We had awful storms up here. And actually, sadly, in New York, people passed away. There was so much rain. So it was really catastrophic. It was terrible in New Orleans and terrible when it got up to our area. Fortunately, we didn't get flooded. However, Naomi, my friend who plays at the 10:30 service at A Mighty Fortress Is Our God Lutheran Church in Richfield, she and her roommate, Yvonne, motorcycled out here to be with me to do bingo all summer. And they accidentally left the harp out in the rain. And so so they've been playing the recorder. And you know those little recorders, woo, that we all learned in 3rd grade. Well, they picked those up. They went to the elementary school here and borrowed, or were loaned a couple of the recorders from the 3rd grade class here in town. And so they, last week or 2 weeks ago, played the recorder to introduce each game. Now, instead of the harp and the gong. So anyway, but they've really practiced. The girls have really, and I've been listening. They are so much better. You are not going to believe this. And so let me get their attention. They're over there and they can see me in the window. So okay, I guess that's it. Well, good job, ladies. Using that term loosely. So anyway, so now we have to start playing. We do bingo in any direction. That means 5 in a row. It can be 5 in a row across. It can be 5 up and down, or it can be 5 diagonally. Any 5 in a row, okay? It's really, really easy, which means I'm going to call all the letters. See, we got Ruth here. Ruth always makes sure we're playing fair and square, because Ruth is such a help. And we got our rainbow-colored balls coming down the chute, ready to play. And don't forget, when you get the first ball that I will call tonight, which is a G ball, when you get this, that means you're lucky for the rest of the night, okay? And then what do? We say, whee! Okay? So you can say it, and you're going to be lucky if you've got G55. G55. Look at Lewis likes G55. G55, Lewis. G55. Yeah. Oh, look at that, Chris. Oh, Kristen, and I spent it was her birthday yesterday, I think, or day before. Must have been it was day before. It was on Saturday. And she came to P-Town. And, oh, hey, John. And Kristen came to P-Town with her friend, Tony. And we had coffee together, and she came to my show. It was her birthday. And so it was a really fun day we had together. Nice to hear from you, Kristen. And we're going to show a picture, actually, next week of that. So we have so many pictures this week. So look at all that. B5. Oh, look at all the people that are getting the wheeze. Look at we got some lucky people. We have got some lucky viewers, lucky players today. That means if you got that first one, you're going to be lucky for the rest of the time. But now here's one where we can all feel a little bit lucky. 069, which of course means, what does that mean, Lewis? Everybody's a winner. That's what it means. He's going to get his little, there we go, get a little scent on that. So anyway, let me talk first of all to Andy and Dustin. Because it was Dustin's first day on the job. So Dustin, congratulations on making the move.
Thank you.
Where were you teaching before? I-30.
So I was teaching in a town in Walton, New York, which is upstate New York. It's about 2 hours and 10 minutes from New Jersey.
Wow.
Yep. So it's quite a move. Very, very rural area, and now moved to the Bronx and teaching.
And the Bronx, if I'm not mistaken, not as rural.
Not quite as rural, no.
Not quite.
Yes.
G, everybody, G46.
Yeah,
and let me bring on Sid and Ralph for just a minute at the same time as you guys. Because now, Sid, do you know where the Bronx is?
Yes, but I'm bad with directions, so I can't get you there.
Okay, she's bad with the. If you could understand that, folks, because I live on the East Coast, I can decode that. She said she's bad at directions.
Yeah,
So
I learned how to decode.
So now, are you guys new in the Bronx then, or new in New Jersey? Did you just move?
No, so
He's not.
I was raised in the Bronx, and I lived in Jersey for 20 years now.
Oh, and so Dustin came down to join you?
I actually own a place near where he used to live. I own a cabin in the mountains, and that's where we met.
How much money do you homos have? I mean, honestly, it's
Much as
amazing.
a teacher now.
Yeah, I know, it's lovely. No, I think it's lovely. And I know, Andy, you do PR, right?
That's right. Yeah, it's pretty stressful.
Okay, so now, Sid, hang on a minute. G49. Now, Sid, what's the main difference between the... no, you said you were raised where, Sid? In Brooklyn?
I was raised in Staten Island, my last 10 years in Brooklyn, and I've been in California for 21 years now. So I'm like a native.
I can only imagine how that accent was 21 years ago when, it was fresh. And B8, everybody, B8. So what's the difference, the main difference between the Bronx and Staten Island?
The Bronx is more badass and the guys are hotter.
Oh, Dustin, you picked the right place.
Yeah, you did, Dustin. Good job, brother.
Good for you. 66. Good job, Dustin.
I know, right?
Oh, so the guys are hotter in the Bronx, but it's tougher.
Yeah, they're delicious. Like you want to lick them like a stamp. Very good.
Ooh, that's good advice.
I love it.
You're sounding like Naomi and her roommate, Yvonne. B12. That's how they talk.
That's the reason that I went to the Bronx. I didn't know it yet, but I figured it out now.
How did you decide on the Bronx, Dustin?
Well,
I-26. How did you decide on the Bronx? I mean, because I would assume you could have. Why didn't you stay in New Jersey and teach?
Well, I can't teach in New Jersey because I'm certified in New York, and to keep my pension, I had to teach in New York. So to be in New Jersey, where we picked in Hackensack, was a pretty close commute. So the Bronx made sense. I could still keep my pension, teach in New York, and the commute wouldn't be that bad.
Right. How bad is it from, hang on, B15? How bad is it from New Jersey?
Well, it ranges anywhere from like 30 minutes to an hour and 10. Like this morning, I got out early. It was just about 30 minutes. But when I came home today, it took me over an hour to get home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had some roads shut down, and it can be it's about like 40 minutes on average when you come.
And is your school? And I'm going to talk to you guys in a minute, Sid, too, and talk about your school. But now your school is it says the Bronx Latin School.
Bronx Latin, yep. So
071. What is that?
School. So it's South Bronx. I don't.
Is that good or bad, Sid? South Bronx.
You better know what you're doing in the South Bronx.
You want to get out of there right when school closes. You don't stay around in South Bronx. I have to carry a whistle around when I walk around.
Do you really?
Not that bad. I was raised in the Bronx.
But no.
It's not bad everywhere, but there are some areas, put it this way, you need to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right. Or you need to sound like Sid. B11. And neither of you sound like Sid.
Oh,
no.
Andy and Dustin. You got to practice that accent.
And
you were raised there, Andy?
Yeah, I'm Dominican, born in the Caribbean, and raised in New York City. Yeah.
So you're born in the Dominican?
Yeah, I was born in the Dominican. I came here.
I'm going to the Dominican with Atlantis Events.
Yes, I know you've been.
I was there at Thanksgiving time last year. We're going to go in October in just a few weeks. I'm going to go. Do you want me to take anything? Is your mom still there?
Take me.
Oh, I don't know. Do you think, Dustin, could I take him? And 31. And 30. I think for safety, I'd rather have Sid with me. I was, strictly decide on safety.
Yeah, tougher.
Yeah, he's definitely tough.
I think you made a good choice.
Look at the puppy. Now, Andy and Dustin, do you have any animals?
We do.
Yeah, I don't know what they are.
So we have two animals that I had my cat Jasper was
Norton.
like hanging behind me and then just took off.
And I don't know where Norton is. We have a dog, and he's usually around, but
You have
Norton.
a dog? You have a dog and a cat you can't find.
Come over
I have
here.
a cat that I can't get rid of, actually.
Right here,
I have a
right here.
cat that won't go away.
Here's Norton.
Oh my, are you kidding me? That is fantastic. And I'm guessing you didn't get that cat in the Bronx.
No, the cat I got.
Judging from the color and everything. I-19, everybody. So that is exciting. And then now, does your dog do anything special? What is the dog's name, Andy?
He is special.
So his name is Norton, and I used to have quite a few pets, and they're all named after the honeymooners, characters on the honeymooners.
I love the honeymooners. One of these days, Alice, to the moon. Yes.
So he's named after Norton.
Oh crap! We have a bingo. I hate that. I know we're playing to get bingo, but I hate it when somebody wins. Okay, so Chris, who won?
So our winner's actually from Jersey City, and it's
Oh my God! Really?
This is what we're talking about, right?
How crazy is that? Jersey City. Is that close to you, Andy and Dustin?
Odds, yeah.
It's about 20
Well, what's
minutes.
the person's name? Maybe they know him.
It's Rich Creamer.
Do you know Rich?
No.
Well, I'd look him up and introduce yourself because he is a hot dog wiener. Yeah, baby, let's play the music. Come.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
I'm grabbing my balls right now and putting them away so we can play another game. But before we do that, I want to thank all of you that donate. You're so generous. It's the only reason we can keep going. It takes 5 of us actually to put this whole thing on. I know that sounds crazy because it certainly doesn't look that professional, but it really is. And so we want to thank you. We have a golden bingo booster club. And we thank people by honoring them, by naming them in this club. And it's by no means everybody. By no means. It's not everybody. It's just a sampling of people who we want to thank, who've been gracious to us. And it's called the Bingo Boosters. So if I can see that, there we go. Thank you, Joe, so much. And I'll start her out by thanking David Noble and Gerard. Thank you so much. I love your last name. I mean, ole. And then Tyler, we appreciate your help too, Tyler Dewhurst, and Jim Magiston, however you say it, and LJ Fox. I don't think we've had your name on here before, LJ, so welcome. And Paul Rychek Sig, we appreciate your help so much. Of course, Rob as well. Thank you, Rob, and Charlie Porter, and my friend Brian Keene, who actually was so gracious. Actually I see Mark Scott's name listed up there on the top of the next list, and they both gave us a donation for our lunch date with my friend Chris. And so they sent us a little something extra last week, even though we didn't have bingo last week. And then Jean Bean, you see under Mark's name, came to see me last week. She was just in P-Town. And then finish it out for us if you could, Chris.
Sure. And of course, I also want to thank Brian and Mark. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. It made for a very nice day. So we appreciate that. And thank you to Susan Abel and Brad Mann, Joel Stango, and also thank you, Sherry Brown. We appreciate it. And Wendy, we always appreciate you. You are so consistent. We're so grateful for that. And John Scott and Tim and Alicia. We absolutely appreciate everyone who gives to make this possible. Just a reminder, you can do that via Venmo to @RichfieldTips. You can PayPal me. You can also do the little buttons on the bottom of your screen whenever it's convenient. We absolutely appreciate it.
And I'm looking through my magic mirror and I'm seeing Alicia telling us that that's not how she pronounces her name, but I can't remember how she pronounces her name. It's not Alicia. Alicia, you have to send us. Actually, if you put it in the chat, Joe will put it up. It's actually really interesting. It looks like Alicia, but it's pronounced differently. So anyway, so I'm looking through the magic mirror, and the first thing I like to see in the magic mirror is all my friends who said hello to me while they were in P-Town. And we've got a whole bunch of people that came to see my show, and then afterwards said, oh, we play bingo all the time. We love to play bingo. So let's take a look and see who we have. I know that we had some. Oh, there we go. Hi, Dawn. I appreciate the love from Western Mass. Good to see you, Dawn. And Wendy, of course, we appreciate you so much sending. Oh, look at that. Love from Bedford, New York. They're loving you, Dusty. Lewis, I can't even see past you. And then George from DC and Larry from Tampa. Hi, Larry. And then KJ from Laurel, Maryland. Thank you so much. James, James, I'm going to see you and Claudia soon. They're coming back to P-Town for my last weekend, which is this coming up weekend. Greg, we appreciate you being here again. Hey, good to see you, my dear. And then so many, and Kristen, oh, look at that. I am so completely forgot to send the pic. Don't feel bad. We're going to use the picture next week. You know what? We'll need more pictures next week. So happy birthday, Kristen. Angela, hey, hi, Angela. And David from Burr Ridge, Illinois. Wish I knew where that was. And then near Chicago. I love Chicago. Hey, John Tabor, love from Texas, y'all. Are you from Big D, little A-double-L-S? Hey, Mark Scott, San Diego. Yeah, and he said he missed us last week, but we fortunately heard from you. We appreciate that. Larry Blum, hello from Hollywood, by the way. And my friend Larry Blum grew up in the Bronx, and he's been in LA for about 40 years and sounds a lot like our friend Sid. And then Danny, hi, love from Boston, and Danny is gorgeous partner. And Jorge is moving to Palm Springs soon. We're going to be hearing from him out west, I mean. And then Eric, hi from Derek and Eric. Oh, we met our friends Mark and Steve in P-Town 2 days ago. The Redheads. I remember those two. They mentioned you two, actually, Derek and Eric. How can you not love that? And Robert Santiago, also a big Golden Tiara member, and he was in P-Town just last week as well. It was a great week in P-Town. Robert, great to see you. I'm going to see you in October as well. Susan Sholkoff. I know how to pronounce that name now. Bradley, how are you, Brad? I hope you dried out after all the storms. They're having more storms down there. And then Leah, speaking of storms, I know that terrible hurricane hit Newfoundland. I hope you stay dry. I hope you're okay, sweetheart. Jerry, hello from Rochester, one of my favorite places, the OFC Creations Theater I'm at. Kathleen, hello. And Sherry, love from Minneapolis. I love Minnie, I'll be back soon. Wendy, tonight is Jerry's birthday and Stella's birthday is tomorrow. And I always say, Stella, when I talk to that dog. David Gates, great seeing you at Essentials. Hey, David, of course, we ran into each other at Essentials. So many Cage, and Jeff, and I'm missing some. Oh, from Rehoboth Beach. I love Rehoboth Beach. And John and Michael, good to see you. And Mike and Mickey, best wishes from Indianapolis. See, we have viewers from all over. Bingo makes it better for everybody. Hey, Larry, good to see you. And then Chris, and then, oh my gosh, he's got the wiener. And then Sherry Brown, hi. Oh, she's working in the hospital still. I hope she's doing okay. From Vermont, working in the hospital here. Oh, she's usually in Rhode Island. Hey, Tony, I saw your show and I loved it. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. I think she might have been. Oh, and Brian Keene. Hey, good to see you, Brian. And then Josh, so many. It's from Salem. Josh, oh, that's the other half of the other. Hey, Teresa, coming for a third time before we leave to see my show. That's my lesbian friends in Misty High in Truro. A 4th and 5th grade teacher in Minnetonka sends his love. Thank you, Misty. Oh, I love that. And Felipe. Oh, and of course, Felipe is the dad to, I can't think of the dog's name. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Kevin, I'll think of it in a minute. And Oakland Park and Matthew. Hi. And more from, Matthew from Newfoundland as well. He was just on. He was a guest the other week. Good to see you, Matthew. Hope your girlfriend's doing well. She's so pretty. And there's Kristen again. You absolutely, happy birthday, Kristen. I hope you had a great time. Well, listen, there's so many to say hello to. And I don't know if we can, Rains, I'm going to see you on the Atlantis cruise. Rains won the Atlantis Cruise drawing. Can you believe that? That was so fun. When I pulled his name out, I just about died. So Dan, hi Dan from Miss Alicia, pronounced Alicia. Oh, that's what it is, Alicia. See, I knew it wasn't Alicia. It's Alicia. Got it. And Grinlin. Oh, hi from Richfield, Kathleen Grinlin. And, you know, I think it was Mr. Grinlin was my art teacher, and she's related to him. Anyway, so many, many more of you. And I know there's a lot of you out there. In fact, we had some guests who had to watch 2 weeks ago when we were on last, and they had to evacuate from New Orleans. And they said, oh, it was so fun to just get on bingo because they had to get out of their home. Fortunately, their home was okay, but it was a Category 4 hurricane, so they got out when they could. And they just said it was nice to have bingo to just kind of take our minds off things. And God knows this could take your mind off. This could numb your mind permanently if you're not careful. And Joe, I don't know if we've got my pictures from P-Town, but I wanted to also, with the magic mirror, just take a quick look if you have them. If you oh, there they are. Oh, there's Chris and I. We that was after my show in P-Town, where we actually were in the same place at the same time, the first time we ever met. And we had such a great time together. It was so much fun. And then also we have, Cody and friends. Look at Cody. I know. It was a good-looking crowd that night. Good God, look at those people. And they were in P-Town. My friends Rich and Kurt. Oh, look at that. They were in P-Town, too, to see my show. And hey, Scott Stracka. Scott is a good friend of our bingo boosters. He's always in the bingo boosters too. And then these are my two buddies. That's Kevin and Kaysen. Kevin and Kaysen I have known since they were just little babies. And I know their dads in P-Town here. And they are so anyway, we just took that last night. They were in P-Town for a weekend and then going back to Boston for school, because school is on these days. And it was back to school with them. And then Ralph and Sid and Miss Art, look at that. Oh my gosh, look at us. Now that one on the far right is Ralph and I just this year, because I got the goggles on. And then the one on the left was several years ago. Man, I haven't had those glasses in years. That had to be a while ago. And then, but we'll talk more about it with Sid and with Ralph. But look at that. Sid's looking fantastic there. Sort of an interesting pose. Anyway, so I want to remind you, as I always do, if you're ailing, if anything's going wrong, if maybe you're dealing with storm damage or employment issues or whatever you're dealing with, life is full of crazy challenges. Don't do it alone, okay? Well, I see you in my magic mirror, and I see you, and other people see you too, and people want to help, okay? There's always people that want to help you, so don't do it alone, okay? That's just too hard. Life is too hard to do it on your own. Talk to people and get some help if you need a little, you just need a little, somebody to talk to, maybe somebody to listen. Sometimes that's all you need, just somebody to listen. You don't even need somebody to fix it. You just need somebody to hear your problems, and that can make life a lot easier, that's for sure. Well, I'm going to notify our girls because we're going to be starting our next game. And and I also wanted to remind you of the bingo next week, which is going to be Singles Mingle Bingo. Singles Mingle Bingo. And that's going to be a lot of fun on Monday, September 20th. So if you know any single folks that maybe want to mingle with us, feel free. So anyway, but our next game is going to be T is for Teacher. And I'm trying to get the attention. There we go. There. This is Naomi and Yvonne. It's much better. Yeah. Oh, it's much. Oh, okay. It's much better than last week. If you remember, a couple weeks ago, wasn't nearly that good. I think it's Eye of the Tiger they're playing. I could recognize the tune. So we're going to play. So we're calling I's, N's, and G's. I's, N's, and G's. As you can see, I's, N's, and G's. And we're going to roll her out. We're not going to call B's or O's, okay? No B's or O's. Of course, what do we do if I call a B or an O? We take a drink, okay? So hopefully I won't do that because we need to stay focused tonight. And I want to call up I know we just got done talking with Dustin and Sid, and but so let me call Cody up if I could, because Cody, I know he's not yet. And now, are you not yet teaching, Cody? Are you still trained? Because I know you want to be a first or a second grade teacher.
No, I'm not yet. I will be finished with school in March. So I'll do my student teaching starting in January.
Okay, and G53. And is there, and you're getting your master's degree, is that correct?
Correct, yes, to be a teacher.
To be a teacher for first and second grade students. So are there's going to be exceptional students? I-18.
I'm excited for it.
Are you excited? Because I'm excited for you. I have to be 100% honest for you, because I actually would go crazy trying to teach kids, because I think that, they're often sticky and I have such nice things. G46. What have you done up till now, though? Because obviously you've been doing something else.
Well, I'm a Delta flight attendant.
You've been a flight attendant, and for Delta, no less.
Yes.
That is headquartered in one of the big bases in the big Twin Cities.
Sure
G47. Now, so now you're going to give up that lucrative stewardess position for, in hopes of working with the children. Of course, all those years on the airplane probably got you ready for unruly, difficult people. But the nice thing is the children are smaller than you, so you can probably control them a little easier than the adults that act like children on the planes, right?
Ain't that the truth? They've been crazy up there, that's for sure.
It's nuts. Are you still working? Are you still doing the flight attendant thing? I-28.
No, I took some time off to do school full time, so I'm currently just full-time student.
And then and you're in Ohio. Okay, and then do you hope to stay in Ohio? What keeps you in Ohio? I-21.
I think so for now. I followed a friend here, and I've just been here for the last 5 years, and I love it.
Where are you originally from that you followed a friend?
Originally, I'm from Dallas, but I followed a friend from Washington.
Big D, little A, double L-A-S.
That's
069.
Yeah.
How about that? 069. Everybody's a winner. That doesn't even scare. The interesting thing, that doesn't even scare Lewis. He just he sits right there, right, Lewis? That doesn't. Would you think that would scare a cat? It does not scare a cat. That horn does not scare him. He doesn't scare. He knows he's going to get a wiener soon, right, buddy? He's going to get his wiener. He's sitting over here patiently waiting by Ruth, waiting. B, everyone, B14. Now, why do you want to teach first and second grade as opposed to, say, something else?
I like the little ones. They still have that twinkle in their eye, and they still love you and want to be there to learn, I guess.
Right.
Before they get all
and it's before they start to smell, which is more like 5th, 6th, 7th grade,
Yeah,
so I-19. And then it's event, and you played a Disney character. My friend Robert Santiago, who's a big funder for us on Bingo, very generous guy. He worked at Disney for a long, long time. And then our friends, in fact, let's bring on our friends Kathleen and Kieran, because they're big Disney fans too. Now, wait till you hear this. I don't know if you know this about Cody. Cody, tell them about your experience, N42. With Disney.
I was a friend of quite a few characters at Disney World.
Ooh. A friend? Is that how we refer to it?
Yes. I was friends with.
A friend. So that means when you put the costume on, right?
Yeah, I was a character.
Right.
Yeah, I was Goofy, Bear, Baloo, Captain Hook.
Oh my gosh, I love Goofy.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, that's real star quality.
Yeah,
right?
You have to.
I mean, it's great to have Lewis here. It's great to have, Ruth, but to have Goofy here is pretty.
It was a ton of fun.
And Goofy's my favorite character. And in fact, Robert brought me a Goofy mug for. I'll have to run and get that. G56. I'll run and get that during our next break. But he brought me a Goofy mug because I just realized I called 069 and I wasn't supposed to say O. So let's take a drink. Everyone take a drink. There we go. And speaking of taking a drink, I think our friend Kieran has taken more than a few drinks.
Yeah.
Because
Yesterday was fun.
our friend Kieran just turned 30 years old yesterday.
30. Yeah.
And you said you woke up with a little bit of a headache this morning.
Yeah, I called out of work. It was planned in advance, so it's not a bad thing. But
And what do you do for work?
I'm a school counselor.
Oh, that is so nice. Isn't that great? That is beautiful. Oh, and then, and Cody, do we have a photo we're supposed to show of our first meeting or something? What am I?
I was just there Thursday night. This last Thursday, I was there.
You were just there Thursday? Oh, there we are. Oh, that's the Cody. Oh, I didn't even recognize you.
The glass.
Which one are you?
I'm the one on your left in the flower shirt.
Oh, with the glasses and the beard and everything. I didn't even recognize that it was you.
I just got home from P-Town last night, so I had to trim my beard and get a little.
I was gonna say you look so different in that photo.
Doesn't he look different? It wasn't just me, right? I mean, he
No.
really looks different in that photo.
Very, very handsome. Very handsome.
Isn't that great? And look at Kristen's birthday was on Saturday, and she came to P-Town to celebrate it. How about that? What did you do, Kieran, on your birthday? And 38.
Yeah, we took a trip to Anna Maria Island. It was all my friends from high school, which was a great time, but I realized very quickly that I am not able to bounce back. So I needed today to kind of just mellow out. But
isn't it amazing how, I remember being able to go day and night. I'd work all night, and then you'd take a shower, you'd go to work, and then you'd come home, and then you might even go out that evening. Do you remember that? I mean, remember those days?
We've done it well. We've done it.
I-23.
We're like, how did you ever do that?
Right, exactly. And then, so Cody now is training to be a teacher, but Kathleen, now you are a teacher already. I know Karen is a counselor, but Kathleen is a teacher for autistic students. Is that right?
Yeah, so I did 5 years of strictly kids with autism, and then I did 2 years of resource. So I pushed in, and now this year I'm back with the self-contained unit, but I'm doing half of my kids have autism, and the other half are students with emotional and behavior disabilities.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And they're all in the same class at the same time?
Yeah, it's a lot, but we're getting through it.
Florida definitely has taken an interesting turn when it comes to that. So we're trying to figure out.
How many kids are there in a class like that? And 40?
So my kindergarten through second grade class, because I only teach reading and writing, I have about 10 kids kindergarten through second grade. And then my third through fifth grade unit, I have 7 kids. So I have 17 in total.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And it sounds like you're also working with summer camp with Down syndrome kids.
Yeah, so I haven't done it in a couple of years, but I did it for probably 8 years. It's called Camp Pals. It's a camp for adolescents and young adults with Down syndrome, and it's a one-on-one kind of setup. So you have a roommate. We don't call them campers and counselors. We're roommates because we're in a dorm room. So, that's how we set it up, and we help give them that they need. And the campers or roommates really love it. I even love it. I know when I came back down a couple times, they would be like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "I'm just so sad. I wish I was back there because it's so much fun, and everyone can be themselves, and everyone accepts everyone in that community, and it's really nice to be around."
Well, it's so great. G48. I almost called the wrong one. G48. G48. Did you notice that? He suddenly Joe suddenly puts the note up. We're not calling any bees and O's for crying out loud, you old bat. That's what he says, but he doesn't put that on the screen. So now, it's just bees and O's. Hang on a minute. There we go. So we have Camp Friendship outside of Minneapolis, and I've worked with them before, and they're a camp for the mentally retarded and the autistic and other special needs kids, and it's really pretty wonderful to see what they offer them. And can you give what would be the one piece of advice you could give to our friend Cody, who's just coming into? I mean, you're both sounds like have you been teachers and guidance counselors for a long time? I-20.
Yeah, this is my 8th year and your 7th year, right?
No, it's actually, I'm only in my 5th year as a counselor. Yes, I'm positive.
Okay, yeah.
Very
because
positive.
I'm like, I feel like you've been down here longer. The one thing I would say is if you have kids with special needs, don't treat them any differently. Treat them as one of like the other kids. And don't expect everything to go perfect your first year, like at all. Like I thought my first year, like everything was going to be perfect and I knew what I was doing. Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, treat your kids like your family. Yeah. That's the biggest thing.
Wow.
Sure.
Love that.
Yeah, but you should be careful saying that because a lot of the homos don't speak to their family anymore. So you probably don't want them to treat them like your family.
Chosen family.
Or they just wouldn't speak to them. G59. Well, that sounds pretty cool. And let's bring Nick in while we're just yapping for a minute here because Nick is also... Now, he is somebody who was, you said you're the associate dean, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I-17. And in that, hang on a minute now, I-17. So, and so you, now the interesting thing about him, now you all have interesting things. Now, Cody was goofy when he was working for Disney. Kieran was goofy because it was her birthday. And then I know that Nick is into pro wrestling. So everybody,
look at my shirt right here, WrestleMania, right for you, Miss Richfield.
Look at that. My gosh, stand up. Let's see that shirt. What is it?
We got the Macho Man. We got Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior.
Oh my gosh, you're not gonna believe it, but the one with the blonde hair, that one, that right on the other side, yeah, the one with the blonde hair.
Yeah,
that looks exactly like Yvonne. Yeah, outside. Yeah, who plays the recorder? Looks just like Yvonne, Naomi's roommate. Yeah. Speaking of that, are Kathleen and Kieran, are you roommates or?
We are not
G51. G51. You're not roommates?
No, we are not. But
okay.
Definitely big supporters of the community.
Yeah.
It's a big world out there. So whatever you're calling it, as long as you're happy. And then Nick, are you alone too? Are you single?
Yeah, totally single. That's okay.
Even
though.
after now, Nick was on the Finding Prince Charming. You were on a gay reality show to find somebody, for crying out loud. And even when you were on national television, you still couldn't find a boyfriend?
Can you believe that? I didn't even get a Valentine that year. It's awful.
N44. Well, you didn't get a Valentine, so you got to tell us now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Cody, are you single?
Sort of ish, yes. I guess, yes.
Well, this sounds like a story, doesn't it?
Definitely, yeah. Definitely.
N45. What? So you're sort of single?
I mean, I guess I'm single. I've met someone and I'm talking to someone. He's actually in that photo that you put up earlier.
Oh, I hope he's not watching. Anyway, so N35. So is something holding you back?
We haven't gotten that far yet as to what we are. Kind of
because Nick, you could be on national television and still not find a boyfriend. So Nick, what happened? What happened that you didn't find a boyfriend on this Prince Charming show? It was with Lance Bass, by the way, who's so handsome. Lance Bass was in P-Town this summer for a little bit.
Well, he would go to an opening of an envelope, Miss Richfield. He doesn't miss a party at all. So.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, but no. I mean, in order to find love.
He did not come to my show.
Yeah, you're not missing out. In order to go on the show and find love, you have to actually have interesting people there with you, and there weren't. So that's what happened.
Okay, I missed part of that.
Very valid.
I missed part of that. What happened? I-30. What happened?
There wasn't anybody interesting on the show at all that to connect to. So
there wasn't.
No. I mean, you might as well go out in the streets. That's.
And where did they film it? Did you have to go to LA or anything like that? Or?
Yeah. I don't know where.
Well, that explains it, because those folks in LA, they're all on drugs.
Yeah, honestly, probably.
Everybody out there, they're on drugs. You probably noticed that with my friends Sid and Ralph. G55. So that is exciting, though. And so wait, hold on a minute. There was more questions I had. Let's see. Hold on a minute. So, okay, so you have a podcast. We have to announce the podcast before we forget. It's Nick and Tom's Intercontinental Adventure or something?
Yeah, so Tom is over in England, and I do it from in America, and then we talk about pro wrestling every Saturday morning.
Really? How much time does that take?
We got bingo.
Talk about wrestling.
A lot.
It takes a while.
Yeah. You gotta go. We gotta go do a deep dive.
You could. I can't imagine. And how do you talk about pro wrestling for an hour?
Oh, this Richfield, don't even get me started. Honestly, I can talk to you right now about the show. I'm missing WWE Raw for you right now. That's how much I love you.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, this could also explain your marital status. I'm just saying. Just think about it. But you know what? There's somebody out there that likes pro wrestling. You just have to find who it is. And I think Naomi loves pro wrestling. I'm not sure Yvonne does, but my harp player playing the recorder tonight. So let's bring Chris in. Chris, let's find out who won this game, this T is for Teacher game, on our big celebration here of our educators. Who won?
So before I share that, though, we want to thank our share winner, which is the good Reverend Jim Cunningham. So congratulations on being our
Jim Cunningham. Yeah. I think I know Jim Cunningham. Well, really? Where does he live? Does he say where he lives?
It is in, let's see, it looks like Florida. So
I know him. Wow.
And then we also need to congratulate Mark from Little Rock. Mark was our winner for game 2.
Mark from Little Rock. I don't think have we ever had a friend from Little Rock?
I don't think we've had a friend from Little Rock.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial swords to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
As I grab my balls and I'm playing, I want to bring Chris in too. Chris, darling, come and join us for just a moment, if you will. And I hope you got back from P-Town safe and sound. Was your trip smooth? Because it's kind of a big trip. Did you take the ferry back?
We took the ferry back. We had to take the bus in because the ferry was canceled. So then we took.
Why was it canceled? Was it bad weather?
Yeah, because of the storm. So I did Miss Richfield style. Took the bus in. It was actually very, very, very nice.
I love the bus. I love the bus. Did you have to change buses in Hyannis?
There was not a transfer. So I was able to just drink right through it.
Oh, that's because you know why? That's because you had ferry tickets. If you take the regular bus, you have to change buses in Hyannis. You do. Yeah, I'm telling you. One of these days, I gotta get him.
And I can't
it was a nice time though, wasn't it? And I want.
So great.
It was such a great time. We had such a fun time. But isn't it a great place to visit, P-Town? It's an interesting place. And it's especially good for you folks that are down south because it's such a great, it's such a different way. Here we go. And I'm going to give him do you want some wiener, buddy? There you go, bud. There you go.
I'm go back for my 40th in December for Holly Folly. I love Provincetown that much, so I can't wait to do that. So that'll be fun.
When are you coming back?
December for my 40th birthday.
You're going to be 40? No. I didn't know you were older than me.
But by far, too, no less.
Yeah, that sounds great.
And so just a reminder, by the way, for our single friends, not Nick. Nick, you've already been on national TV now. Now you've been on here more than once. I don't know
if
I love you, Nick.
I don't know if there's any hope for Nick.
But I don't know that we can have you on Singles Mingle, but we'd love to have some other singles on Singles Mingle. So I can't say that, although I have been drinking and you called the wrong numbers a few times, so that made me drink more. But it's not too late. You can email missrichfieldlive@gmail.com.
And we have such a good time with our friends, and we appreciate you guys that are joining us live. And as you can tell, it's just easy. You don't have to worry about it. There's no pressure. Sometimes we talk more to you than other times, and we just have a good time. We just like hanging out with our friends here. So and I'm just making sure that all the cats get wieners while we do this here. And I thought to myself, one of the things I remember about school was the dances. Do you remember going to dances?
I do remember some probably traumatic school dances.
Do you? Mine weren't really all that traumatic. I mean, most of the time I went with my dad. So, who is, usually a perfect gentleman until, later in the evening. But I always made sure I had bus money to go get home. And there we go. There's some more wieners for you. So anyway, but I thought today, if we could bring all of our teachers in along with Chris, I thought, wouldn't it be fun if we just had a little school dance? All of us, right?
Oh, gosh.
Like, I've got to wipe my hands off. Hold on a minute. I got the toilet paper out. I just got wiener juice all over my hands.
Everyone looks as scared as I look right now as to what song is going to be played. We've got Andy more.
You know what happened? Okay, let me explain the situation. That when you are part of a nonprofit, well, this isn't really nonprofit, but close. We can't afford to buy music. Okay, we don't buy music, so we have to use what they call free music. Okay, that means we can play the music and nobody's going to come after us. And so that's what I have. And I have a little dance. It's not that long, but I thought if we all get up and we can dance, we can have our own school dance, right? And we don't have to worry. We don't have to worry about if the popular kids are there or anyone, or if you don't have a date. You can just dance and enjoy it, okay? So here. And just let it go. Oh. Okay. Yay! I mean, do they even have school dances anymore? I mean, with this whole pandemic thing, the chlamydia 19 and everything, do they still have school dances? They probably they can't have those right now, I bet. We can have.
Yeah, we had them upstate last year in rural areas. They had some. I don't think they had them in the city though, because everyone was pretty much shut down. But
and the dances are so much fun. But see, we can do this and we can have a dance.
That's right.
Of course, yeah.
And you don't have to worry about it. So don't go anyway. Let's keep everybody going here. Now, you didn't finish all your wiener, buddy. There's some wiener for you and some wiener for the other cat. The other cat only comes to the ground. He's like right underneath me. So, but he likes the wieners too. Everybody likes the wieners. How many of you like wieners? Okay, it looks like it's unanimous, if I'm not mistaken. Math isn't really my first choice, but as I did a quick preview, it seemed like everyone is a wiener fan. Now, hang on a minute. Don't go anywhere, because we're going to do this last game. And also want to remind you about, I'm looking at Nick, which reminds me, Single Mingle Bingo, next Monday. And then I'm going to say we're going to go do the next game. And the next game, let me get Naomi and Yvonne. Oh God, they are drinking out there. They put the malt liquor down. Put the malt liquor down and play the. Oh. Wow, big ending. Well, I didn't expect that. Big thumbs up. That's much better than 2 weeks ago. I mean, that's definitely better. They have definitely made some improvement. So, all right. So now we're going to do this last one is go to your corner, okay? Which means now last time we didn't call B's and O's. This time we're only calling B's and O's, okay? Just B's and O's, because you have to get 4 corners, okay? 4 corners, B's and O's only, okay? So now, Ralph, I don't think we've heard one word out of you so far today. And I'm wondering, hang on a minute, 064. And I'm wondering now, let's go around. I was thinking we could go around and each say, first of all, I got to look for one other thing, though. Let me see it. Oh, before I go on, though, Ralph, I did not know that you were a singer with the Ray Conniff Singers.
I was.
You were a Ray Conniff singer?
I was.
Because I am sometimes called the Ray Conniff of drag. I am called, yes, which I consider a huge compliment because I love Ray Conniff. I think his music is so fantastic. B7. And so you were, did you travel with them, Ralph?
Yeah, all over South America. We went to Brazil, 8 singers and a big band.
8 singers and a big band.
Yeah.
What was your favorite song that they did? Because they did covers of, Up, Up, and Away and all sorts of real toe tappers. 71. If you don't know about Ray Conniff, you look him up. Because they were very popular in the 40s. Or something. When was that, Ralph?
It was the 50s.
The 50s?
60s, yeah.
The 50s. But when did you sing with them?
In the 80s.
So were they big in the 80s too?
In South America, they were huge. We used to have people waiting behind barricades. I had to sign autographs. It was amazing.
No way. Nick, maybe you should go to South America.
That'll be next stop on my tour. There you go.
I was going to say, it sounds like, you know what I mean? If that would be great. And think about it. I mean, if they like Ray Conniff, that could be a good sign. 61. So now, Ralph, what grade are you teaching?
I do high school music. So I want to thank you especially for the recorder recital. That was just very special.
Oh yeah, aren't they? Yeah, that's Naomi. They're sitting right outside. And because the weather's so beautiful, we have the slider open. Oh, and I was talking. Now I'm getting this all mixed up. But Sid. Now I was talking about because there's a cute cat. There's a cute cat. But Sid Vault has these 2 dachshunds, and I know others of you have pets, but Sid's actually volunteer. The dachshunds volunteer. Is that correct?
Yeah. They're first of all, they're rescues.
74. Okay.
So they're rescues, but they are reading therapy dogs. And the first Saturday of every month, we go to the local library, and children come and they read to my dogs.
That's
and
awesome.
They're stronger readers because they, if they don't read well, they're embarrassed to read out loud in class, and they don't care if a dog is like, "Hey, take your time, sounds it out. I'm not going anywhere." So the kids, their confidence grows, and they read better, and then they love to read, and so they just sit there and pet the dog and read for like an hour. It's heaven.
I'm not sure how to respond to that. That's amazing. So who started that? Who started reading to dachshunds? And did you get funding for this? Because I want to see the proposal that you wrote.
Well,
okay.
I actually volunteer. Oh, yeah.
What's that?
I volunteer, and the program is called Bark Beach Animals Reading with Kids. And it's all in Southern California, all in different libraries. You can check it out on barkdogs.org or something. And it's really, really great. And they have all different kind of dogs. Mine are dachshunds, but some of them are like gigantic.
Oh, so it doesn't have to. Oh, see, I thought it was just dachshunds.
No, mine is
67.
special.
67. Now,
Yeah,
I find that.
Chachi.
What's that?
Their names, Fonzie and Chachi.
Fonzie and Chachi from Happy Days.
Yeah.
I love Fonzie. I had such a big crush on Scott Baio until he grew up to be such a weirdo. All right, B11, right? What a freak. All right, B11. I know, he was such a handsome thing when he was younger, right? He was so cute when he was Chachi. So that's fine. When he was Chachi, he was adorable. And so now let's all go around and say our favorite thing about teaching and about being in the world of education. And we're going to start with Nick, because he's by himself, and he's used to being by himself, and it's okay if you're by yourself, Nick. I mean, I'm here to tell you, Cody's, Even Cody found somebody, but that's okay. 066. So what's your favorite thing about being with kids and being in education?
Well, so I work with college age kids. So the best part is especially working with students who have never found their footing anywhere before coming to college, to really grow and break out of their shell and really, find their passions and find how they want to spend the rest of their lives. College is a great time to reinvent yourself. And I get to work with students every day, and the capacity I work with them is planning events. So they get to build their dreams from the ground up, and we see it all the way through. And that's the best part of my job, and it's the reason why I stay in education.
Wow. Jeez. I don't know if anyone wants to follow that. Maybe we should talk about that dog reading program again or something. B12. Yeah. I was a little bit worried when you talked about that. I thought maybe the dogs were reading, and I thought, wow, that's some pretty good. That's a pretty smart dachshund, I must say. And they are smart dogs, the dachshunds. Yeah, the back problems. That's too bad. So, Cody, now give us what was your main reason to go into education? And instead of that quality job you had, schlepping Pepsis in the air.
Slinging Cokes.
Is it Coca-Cola now?
Coca-Cola.
Oh, it's Atlanta. Of course it's Coca-Cola. Yes, of course.
The being able to make a difference in a kiddo's life, and the formative years are so important. There are future leaders, and helping to get their mindset right to go out in the world and make a big difference.
And they're also ankle biters.
This is true.
So wear some heavy socks. B6. And what about you now? What about you, Dustin? Dustin, you're the one teaching, and Andy, you're the money guy.
Yeah, so kind of adding on to what Cody said, I mean, I teach middle school, and I love the energy of the kids.
Oh, you teach middle school?
But I think what I like the most is the fact that you are helping them find their passion. And when you talk about mindset is huge, right? And a lot of kids go through life thinking that failure's bad, but it's failure that makes us grow, right? And it's so many things that you look in the private sector that you fail. Those are the trials that help you realize what is really great, and failure's okay. And we have that mindset that failure is bad, but it's actually what helps us grow.
Oh, that's great. I only followed a part of that. But you know what? I think it's great. And I think obviously your partner's drinking. So that's probably another way of just getting through it. If you don't have a dog to read to you. What's that?
The dog has been barking all night, so.
Oh, I know. We've heard it. Trust me. Yeah, we're aware of that. So,
get over here.
I know. Kieran's thinking, oh, there's a headache, and then that barking dog.
I'm bouncing back, guys.
Enough. And very quickly, because we got bingo. Very quickly, girls. What keeps you in education? What makes you love education? Very quickly.
I'm a counselor, and I work with K through 5, and I also love seeing them believe in themselves and understand that their mistakes aren't going to hold them back, that they can just grow from it. So that's my biggest thing, and getting to know them and love them.
Yeah, and I love just seeing the little progress they make, especially with my group of kids, a little progress goes a long way, and seeing them get excited about just learning maybe a new word, it makes me so happy that they're so proud of themselves.
And Sid, I want you to know that Kathleen and Kieran are doing that without dachshunds. They're doing that just on their own. Well, let's get Chris in here.
At school. So we also do that. We have the kids read.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Wow. Can you believe that whole dachshund reading thing?
I mean, that is.
I know. Lewis could have a whole other career. Lewis could totally have another career.
Let's just sit there and let them feed him wieners, and somehow that'll build confidence.
That's the difference between dachshunds and Lewis. So who won?
So our winner for this one was Rob from Denver. Congratulations, Rob.
Oh, Rob from I love Denver. Hello, Rob.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
Well, it is that time again, and I hate to say goodbye, but there go the girls. Anyway, I hate to say goodbye, but it is that time, and I want to thank all of you for being so generous. I want to thank all Cody, Kathleen, Kieran, Nick, Dustin, Andy, Ralph, and Sid. Thank you guys so much, and wow, are they doing great things. It challenges you, doesn't it? Get out there and make a difference in the world. And thank you. Join us next week for Singles Mingle Bingo. And let's bring everybody in for the big ending. Here we go. I want to see everybody. You can do this at home, too. We're going to do the LOVE, everybody together. And I think we felt a lot of that tonight. And so whether or not you've got kids or you're in education, let's support our teachers, because everybody's a winner when we got smart kids, and we really don't have a lot of smart kids these days. All right, so let's spell it. Here we go.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. Love was made for me and you. Ooh. Love was made for me and you. I love you all. Good night.
Bye, everybody. See you for Singles Bingo Bingo next week. Bye.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
Now it's your turn. Join with me.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
Grab your balls and play. Now you.
Grab your balls and play.
Grab your balls and play.
Grab your
I can't
balls and
hear
play.
you. Grab your